Okay, so Vincent Povey still here at Blakehill. We're at waypoint number 4. We've come 40 metres along the right fork to waypoint number 4, which is fuel dump number 2 and the Oak and Furrows Rescue Centre, which is for wildlife. Caring for all things that have flown and continue to fly at Blakehill is important, and I would like to talk about Oak and Furrows and their place on the landscape. We're orientating ourselves, we're looking at the water trough in the field. On our immediate skyline we have to our left, we have a Dutch barn, which was used during World War II as a workshop, and further to the left you will see a building with a solar panel on its roof, and that is the RSPCA Oak and Furrows Wildlife Centre. It opened in 2015, moving from Sydington. Annually, the centre takes over 3,000 wildlife casualties and receives between 6,000 and 7,000 telephone calls for help and advice. This is achieved by a dedicated team of people comprising of volunteers and staff, without whom it wouldn't be possible. It operates a 24-hour wildlife rescue service, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, and it relies on donations to survive. They have a number of shops in the local villages and local towns that act as a cash supply to keep the charity running. The airfield fuel dump, the second airfield fuel dump, is around the back of the centre. We can't get actually too close because there are a number of young fox cubs, a number of young animals that are outside in the pens, and they do get rather uptight if we start walking towards them and making lots of noise. But the animal pens to the rear of the site are actually built on top of the concrete from the fuel dump. Now, if we look back into the field in front of us, over the water trough, this area is very important. Although it doesn't look much today, this is actually the main cargo dispatch area for the airfield. In the area between the rescue centre building and the Dutch barn, you can imagine a blister hanger, from where a team of 48 Air Dispatch Group Royal Army Service Corps would operate in preparing and packing cargo for loading onto Horsa gliders and Dakota aircraft. This was a massive undertaking, and the same operation was carried out here and down Ampley 24 hours a day. Crucially, the equipment here was also prepared to fly with the Flying Nightingale nurses, whose first flight from Blakehill took place here on the 13th of June 1944. And if we take a moment just to think and imagine some of these aircraft lining up here, ready to be loaded with medical supplies and equipment for these journeys, it's quite a humbling place to be. And like I say, it's a very underrated place in the site today. What we're going to do now is, once we've finished here, we're going to move around and we're going to look at the Royal Military Observer Corps bunker, which was used during the Cold War and forms part of the Cold War history of the Blakehill site.